Hello! Today we're in the greenhouse because even though it's the end of April, it's blooming freezing outside. We're having a really cold spell. So I thought I'd show you how I sow and grow my successional salad crops. Now successional crops are when you plant the first lot on one date and then several weeks later you plant the next, and then the next, and then the next. And it means you get repeat harvest throughout the year. Now, you don't always need to do it for cut and come again salad crops, but if you're using a lot of them, it's probably best to sow them at different times because you can only take so many leaves off a lettuce or a little mesclun seed before the plant's going to be dying. So today I'm going to show you exactly how I grow them and the system I use. So this is one of 3 of my cut and come again salad crops. This is a nice Italian mix from Sutton Seeds. It's probably about 6-7 weeks old. I should have started cutting it by now, but I haven't, just because it's been cold and I haven't needed any salads. So that's the first mix. Then I've got another tray here. This is called Ovation. It's from Johnson's. And that's got some really lovely peppery tones in it. And I just love the delicate foliage. It's really pretty. And you can imagine having that in a nice salad. And then my final crop are these. These are microgreens, although they don't look very micro to me. And again, they're by Johnson's. You might be able to see that I've actually got these crops growing in an old desk drawer. You don't need a lot of depth. As long as you're using a good multi-purpose compost, these crops are only going to last one season, so you can pretty much use a small amount of compost to keep them in. The main thing is you're going to be cutting and you're going to be successionally sowing, and then obviously if you're in a kitchen you need something that's a bit more watertight than a desk drawer, which leaks a bit of water, but we're in the greenhouse so it doesn't really matter. The other thing is, this is my slug pot. Every night I come down and I pick slugs off. I think it's shut at the moment, there's not a lot in there actually, but I pick the slugs off and then I feed them to the chickens in the morning to stop my lovely little salads getting nibbled. So I'm going to sow a couple of rows of the Italian mix to show you how to do it. It's very, very easy. It's ridiculous. The main thing with the successional growing is just remembering to sow new crops so you've got a constant supply coming through. So these are my lovely mix of Italian salads. You can see there's some really nice leaves there. They're ready to have a few of these bigger ones taken off and tossed into a salad. But I'm going to put in another 2 rows today. So I'm going to use these Sutton Seeds Italian mix. You can see they're called windowsill spaces, which shows you that you really can just grow them on your windowsill in your kitchen if you haven't got a garden or a balcony. So it's very, very easy. I'm literally going to use my hand. I'll just create a small drill here. Now with cut and come again salads, it doesn't really matter if you're spacing them really close together because they're not going to be in the ground for very long. They'll come up, they'll start to germinate within 3 or 4 days and you'll start taking the leaves off within 3 or 4 weeks. So they're not a long crop. So as long as you've got a good multi-purpose compost, you can really pack them in. And they're not going to survive till next year either. You could just throw out the soil then and replace with fresh. So we'll get some seeds. You can see there's a lovely mix of seeds here. And then literally just pinch them up and just scatter lightly down the small drill that you made. This compost is very warm because it's been in the greenhouse, and I've also kept it very moist. So I will water this evening when I water all the rest of my crops, but it should get them off to a good start. And then once you've done that, literally just pinch the soil across, and then I just pat it down a little bit as well. And it's literally that easy. Once you can start to cut these back. And then once these seeds have germinated to this height, you can start the next row and so on. So I'm going to do the rest of my my salads, and I will see you next time, hopefully when we're harvesting and some of these and showing you how to store them. Bye!